All right, good afternoon, everyone. Um, we've got a race we're gonna do here. It's Rainbow for the async that they are running. So it's an async, but we are actually running it live with these four. So this is our top division in the Millennial Prix Season 2. And this is their week 2 seed. So if you're one of the other 3 people in the Rainbow division, leave now. Yeah, we will get going here in just a minute. We're going to be sort of on limited comms because it's only me, and I'll be doing tracking, and I'm also restreaming. So I'll pop in sometimes, but by and large, we're just going to watch the race. So I hope everyone enjoys. All right, and we're off. Looks like we're starting with Frog and Ayla. All right, everyone doing their opening routines here. Looks like we do have someone who is checking what's at the Carpenter. I don't know if anyone checked Snail Stop already, but we should see in just a second here what Carpenter is. All right, we got a Prism Shard at the Carpenter. Did anyone catch what Xelpher just saw there at Snail Stop? like we've got Robo for our third character here. Everyone pretty much picking that up right at the same time. As usual, we've got everyone here getting the nugget. Roma, we'll see if any of these four are interested in a fourth character, or if everyone's going to be happy with this one. Right, looks like Batsy is heading for a fourth character here. Robo Ribbon on Xenon Bridge. We'll see if Fitz goes for that. Interesting to see Xelpher ducking back into Cathedral after having left. I guess he just wanted to check out that hero medal, which I guess went to a bent hilt, from what chat said, anyway. Hecarim is a little bit of a mean boss to run into here early if they've got that magic. I haven't been watching text, but maybe chat will have some ideas on how that's looking for these runners. Fitz fighting appears to be Dragon Tank on Xenon Bridge. Dragon Tank's a little confused about what bridge he belongs on. And it looks like Batsy is ducking out of Cathedral, possibly not wanting to deal with Hecarim at this point, or possibly taking some fights on purpose to get a little bit more tech or something to that effect. Interesting to see where that goes. Looks like everyone's, except Fitz, is pretty much heading in to try to do that fight, so... We got one person through that Hecarim fight, so we'll see what our fourth character available is. Alright, we've got a Chrono, which probably means we're going to see Fritz get saved if we head up to the future at some point in this seed. It also means that Prism Shard is not in play right now, which is possibly a relief to some of these folks, honestly, but we'll see what goes on next. I did not see what character was in the burrow. If anyone in chat did, let us know. Blizzard saying Luca was in the burrow, which is kind of a rough one. Most people would like to have Luca, I think. But see where that goes. I guess that means that Marl is either in Dactyl Nest or in Protodome, which means that the Prism Shard at least has a slightly higher chance of coming into play at some point during this seed. Point out a little bit of a fun thing. Several of our runners said that they were naming the members of their character set after the members of the division, so we can see a few phones and batsies and such floating around here. Got Batsy and Xelpher both in Hecarim Cave, getting some levels and tech points. This looks like Fitz is maybe doing a little bit of a desert grind. And we just finished up the Bridge. Looks like we've got Son of Sun here in the back of Hecarim. Interesting. I should say, while we're watching this just-in-time Millennial Prix race as well, that if anyone watching is interested in joining in, we do still have it open for late signups up until the end of this week, I believe. We do drop the 2 lowest placings, so you wouldn't have a score for the first week, which just closed, obviously, but you could still jump in for week 2, and it's been a pretty good time. This is the top division, so it's quite competitive, but we do have some lower ones as well that are a little less so, and so should be very friendly for newbies or people who haven't been around in a while, whatever. If you're interested in that, league.ctjot.com, and I will drop that in the chat as well. And we see Xelpher making his way through the end of some sun there as Batsy's getting started. I missed it, but it looks like Fitz maybe finished the boss down there in the desert and should be figuring out what item we get from that shortly. A moonstone on the desert, and we'll see what Hecarim was for Xelpher and is for Batsy here in just a second as she picks up the item. And it was the pendant, so that will open up a lot of options for folks here. Fitz probably not super happy about that, but heading toward Hecarim now, and we'll be getting that in a sec, and hey, for all we know, Mar will be in the future, Gate Key will be somewhere easy, and Fitz will have a leg up on getting whatever's on the Moonstone. Batsy and Xelpher also now picking up that Robo's ribbon with Robo so early. I'm sure everyone's pretty much gonna stick with that. Robo ribbon is pretty nice. Looks like so far we're sticking with the same party except for N, who picked up Rono back in the Cathedral and is using him. I think Xelpher finished Calf too, but I didn't actually see if he picked up Chrono. Probably did, but the peril of running too many things at once. We'll see if anyone else picks up other characters and decides to swap them in. And looks like N is the first one to be heading toward the future, sending Ayla. Seeing Xelpher run in, looks like doing the same check that Fitz did earlier. Get that moonstone, which probably not what he's looking for, but hey. Time to see our first saving of Fritz. Makes a lot of sense that Enna's doing that since Enna's already picked up Chrono. It's always useful to save Fritz here if you'd like to get those 10 mid-ethers from Fritz later if you have Chrono in your party. I think we've got a group of people who are all pretty likely to save Fritz, but sometimes there are runners who will skip it for saving a couple seconds. It looks like we've got Batsy heading up Denadoro here. I don't think anyone else is done. I think I saw a few people pop in earlier just to get some tech points, but no one actually gone up to the top yet, so we'll see what shows up there. If it happens to be the vent sword or something, Batsy can have a real big early lead, or it could be the jerky, you know. We'll see how that goes. We do also see Xelpher heading to the future now, and N also heading to the future. I didn't catch if Xelpher finished Desert or just did a little bit of grind or grabbing items. Maybe someone can tell us, but it's the Moonstone anyway, so it's not like it's progression. I see Fitz there is the first one who I saw for sure, petting the cat, very important, validation cat. I'm betting someone else has done so, and I just missed it while trying to watch too many screens, but one of our favorite details of the game, of course, is the ability to pet the cat. Got Giga Mutant here on the bridge in prison. A little bit of a rough thing here. It's just kind of a physical party, but Tailspin will do some damage, and so far it looked like N is not having too much trouble. Possibly just doing a lot of MP management here. So it could take a little while, but probably will be gone through at least in a little while here. Xelpher probably be getting that same thing pretty soon here, and it looks like OneFreeFitz is heading up Denadoro, Batsy's footsteps here. seeing Batsy jump in here and get some MP healing in before finishing off the twins here, probably in anticipation of the fight that comes after this. Everyone's gotten a few levels and things at this point, but it can be a little bit rough here compared to other early spots, just because this spot has 3,600 HP rather than having a little bit less. It's more like 2,000 on the bridge and at Hackran Cave, so sometimes that's why people will skip Denadoro here early. But definitely getting prepped, and it's Dalton Plus. Not really what anyone wants to see, but he's a little bit easier in this version of Boss Mando. And probably that's a classic plan for getting through, and Fitz will figure something out in a minute too. Looks like N is through Giga Mutant, and Xelpher is just about to hit Giga Mutant. And start seeing what's available in the future here pretty soon, and hopefully we'll see what's on Denadoro as well. Maybe it'll be the Gate Key or Bent Sword, and we'll see a lot of divergence start here, or maybe it'll be nothing. With this party that folks are using here on Dalton Plus, we're seeing really just a lot of physical damage. Gets that Iron Orb counter for current HP, and then heals more. Probably pretty much the thing that can be done here. We've got a little bit of magic, I guess, possibly on Frog, but Ayla doesn't really have that, except for Tailspin, which probably gets the same issues, and I don't know if Lobo has shock or anything, so pretty much down physical. Looks like we have Magus here in the future. Like N picked him up and swapped him in. Magus at least looks nice because you don't need to unlock magic, and it looks like N might in fact be running Team No Magic, as we call it. And interesting choice. It means not having to go through Factory or get Gate, but obviously also gotta, still get to where you need to go. Looks like N might be heading to the desert now to see what's there. I don't think he's pulled anything in the future to see what's there. He is just finishing up Denadoro, and we will see what that is shortly too. Alright, so we've got the Chrono Trigger, which means that Batsy is looking at 2/3 of Omen Go mode, which I suspect she will be happy about. Everyone, of course, has 2/3 of Magus Castle Go mode, and nothing of Tyranno Go mode. Just in case anyone doesn't know how this game works, we've got 3 so-called Go modes, which are ways to finish the game. One of them, you need to get the Pendant in order to get to the future, the Chrono Trigger and the Clone in order to go up Death Peak and finish the Black Omen. And then you've finished when you defeat Queen Zeal. The second one is Black Tyranno Go mode, we call it. So you need the Dreamstone and the Ruby Knife and the Gate Key in order to get to Prehistory, in order to go through the Tyranno Lair, which then unlocks Zeal Palace in order to go through the Ocean Palace to defeat Lavos. And the third one is the Magus Castle Go mode, in which you get both pieces of the Broken Sword, forge it back together, and get Frog. Go through Magus's Castle, which once again opens up Zeal Palace and lets you go through the Ocean Palace to defeat Lavos. We're now seeing Xelpher heading toward the future, Fitz just starting going to the future, and Batsy going through to get that Moonstone on the desert. And it does look like Fitz as well is heading back into the desert. I think he came there earlier for some grinding, but this will get him key item this time. Or not Fitz, sorry, I'm wrong street. But yeah, doing a lot of the same things so far. Might start seeing some new checks here in a minute. As Xelpher is up in the future and has it open, and Fitz will soon have it. Bad Bone's gone, Fiona happy now. Clearly the best line when defeating the desert. Xelpher ducking into Lab 16, which is not always a common spot, but there is a chest there, and in the sewers here where he's going now, to get that white mail, which could be useful against certain bosses, or something that can just be sold, either way. I think we're probably about to see Batsy heading in the future as well. Xelpher here picking up what we know to be Magus, meaning that we do know that Marl is on a Dactyl nest if anyone wants to go that Prism Shard route. Looks like N is making a gamble here, heading toward Genodome. Looks like, as chat requested, sort of, looks like Xelpher is heading toward Airstone, so we'll get to see what's behind that here pretty soon. I'm guessing Phone, who's in chat, who already ran this seed, didn't head that way, so doesn't know what's there. That'll be some new information. And with Batsy here, heading toward Fritz and freeing him, it looks like we're going to be 4 for 4. I won't update OneFreeFitz's name to say 4 free Fritzes, but sometimes I would. Looks like we've got a slightly confused computer here in the back of Arisdome in the wrong dome. Yes, exactly, as Angrel's saying in chat. Shouldn't be too difficult. Mother Brain's a little bit more of a puzzle boss almost than anything else. So as long as you can deal with the damage and can outpace the healing, shouldn't be too hard. And Arisdome here is also a fairly low HP spot, actually. Just because of what Guardian, who's there normally, has early on, and as we can see, Xelpher's already done. Got Fitz finishing up that Giga Mutant as Batsy is pretty much just about to hit it. And we've got N working his way through Dino Dome here as Xelpher is heading back downstairs in Arisdome in order to get to the back and figure out what's in that steel door, which is often an interesting place, or also, of course, what the key item is. Xelpher getting very nice skip on those Arisdome bugs. I believe he's the one who made the video on how to skip those bugs, so it makes some sense. Like Batsy is heading back here to finish Cathedral. She was looking at doing that earlier. Might be wondering if we've got a Marl back there, which could open up the prison shard. We happen to know it's Chrono, but I don't think she'll be too upset to pick up Chrono either. And Xelpher has reached Go Mode because he has picked up the Bent Blade in Arisdome. So we now know one of the routes to Go Mode. That's interesting and neat. You also see OneFreeFitz here heading to Sun Palace and see what's behind that. We've got Invisible 2 here. This spot can be a little bit rough just because it's a pretty high HP and high level spot, but all these runners seem to be fairly comfortable at this point. Oh, that's a little bit rough. And getting the jerky out of the back of Gino. Got some levels, but now heading to Sun Palace, which I missed and did not see what Fitz got from that, but doesn't seem to be go mode, at least, so. Chat telling me that Fitz has gate key lit up on the tracker, which suggests that that is what came out of Sun Palace. Pretty nice pickup. We've got a lot of no magic needed sorts of folks here, but still nice. Does open up that reptile track as well. Stood in the speed tab there in the back of Airstone and caught that, but some fairly nice pickups for sure. Looks like we've got a flea on the wrong side of Nate's castle here, on Xelpher's side here. Didn't see if you already went to the other side or not, but either way. Xelpher getting smacked pretty hard by Prix, as is traditional, I suppose. All right, I'm pretty sure we've got 3 folks in go mode. Batsy about to get there. And picking up a prism dress from the jerky, so maybe not a complete waste of time going through Gino, but possibly still not exactly what I would prefer to have done here. Sorry for the audio issues there. I had some problems with my setup, but we should be on Xelpher's audio now, since he seems to be the one who's ahead. And hopefully I won't have too much trouble switching it back once I need to. Seems pretty clear at this point that we're not going to see any go mode divergence. Everyone's going to be hitting Magus Castle here. From chat, I guess there was an unpleasant route that did also lead to Omen, but we won't be seeing that today, I don't think. I wasn't sure if Ayla had Charm. Wondering if we'd see Charm strats for the winches here, or not. But it looks like no. Xelpher, obviously, quite a bit ahead at this point. Looks like Zombor was on Flea's side of Megs' castle, and hadn't caught that before, but cool. And we're now up to all 4 of our players in Go mode, heading through Magus Castle, as expected. Looking at our party comps here, I didn't notice, but looks like Fitz has swapped in Luca, who is in the burrow, as we know. And I think I just saw Batsy going through and checking on Magus, but looks like keeping the same party. Running through Sun Palace here, I'm guessing just to sort of see what's here. It's a fairly quick check, and if it was something that wasn't Magus Castle Go mode, then it would be worth doing. Looks like we've got a Chrono Magus here, which mostly means that the final big attack, should we see it, will be a large lightning attack rather than anything else. Batsy there, picking up Batsy, i.e. Luca, in the burrow as well. I didn't get a glimpse of Luca's text there. I don't know if someone else did. Seems like people are not unlocking magic, which suggests that she's got some pretty decent stuff early up top here, but maybe someone was paying attention and can tell us what's going on there. All right, we've got Xelpher through Magus's castle. At this point, we were kind of just carrying on. We'll see if anyone has any trouble with any of these bosses coming up here. Looks like Xelpher's got a pretty good lead, and then Fitz are pretty close, and Batsy is, of course, trailing a little bit behind at this point. Had some trouble a few places earlier on. But yeah, not too much to say, but we can watch it play out. I'm not sure if Xelpher is... looks like he's come back. I wasn't sure if he was paused on my end or on his end, but it looked like maybe he was just taking a bio break or something. Batsy making quick work of Flea there. I didn't see before that dropped the Prism specs. That's pretty nice. Looks like N is just getting started with the Magus fight, and Fitz is getting started with that odd. And it looks like we have Mud Imp in the throne room. It's usually not a particularly challenging boss, especially if you've got magic, so probably we'll see quick work made of that. And there we go, already done. We got Xelpher at the grind spot. Fitz probably about to finish up Magus fairly soon, and heading toward that throne room. Batsy just be picking up those mid-ethers and then getting back into it. It's getting hit by that big attack, as mentioned, but looks like we've got a white nail on Ayla there and can take down anyone, so pretty good outcome altogether there. Looks like Xelpher is moving on here, and N is just hitting that grind spot. Time to see what strategies Xelpher's going to be using for the elevator. I didn't see if he did any HP lowering in order to use Dino Tail on Ayla, though that seems like it's probably what people would use with this party, or possibly Black Hole with Magus. If he's in one of the side positions, he can hit 4 of the scouters in that 6 scouter fight. That can be a little bit of a pain. Seems like N has left the grind spot a little bit earlier. He did do Genodome, so might have gotten some levels from that, but is right on Xelpher's heels here, for sure. Fitz a little bit further behind, just doing the throne room. Needs to make the way through Ocean Palace, and Batsy working our way here toward fighting Magus and getting up to Zeal and Ocean Palace. And looking to be going a little bit of a slow way through this fight. No Dino Tail. I don't think I've seen a Black Hole either. Does work, but it is losing a little bit of time in the process here. We got Fitz working on turning switches, and Xelpher just about to hit the Twin Boss, so we'll see what that turned out to be in this seed. Fitz also at the grind spot here. We'll see how long he decides to stay, or if he decides to stay for any particular length of time. Fitz didn't do either of the big things that people often use for grinding without using the spot, which would be Mount Woe and Genodome, but looks like he's doing a little bit here, and we'll probably see him get a few levels here, maybe some taps. Looks like we have Slash here at the Twin spot. Could be a little bit of a challenging one, but we'll see. Not necessarily too challenging. We're seeing these beast tosses for 4,500, so probably going to be done pretty quickly. This spot has 7,000 HP on each of the two sides, so looking like it'll go pretty smoothly here for Xelpher. And yep, Xelpher making his final save here before heading in to fight Lavos. Just as N is hitting the Twin Boss, and it looks like Fitz is still at the grind spot, but choosing to move on now. Seeing some very powerful triple kicks there. It's 900, more than 900 each. Quite hard hitting there. Looks like we've also got N finishing up the twin boss, and Fitz heading for the elevator. Batsy working on the Chrono Magus here, and probably get through that relatively soon, and make our way on to Ocean Palace. Looks like Fitz also doing a little bit of a slow... Nope, never mind. I just missed it. Fitz using Dino Tail, as Xelpher was, to get through that fight efficiently. Watching our twin Dark Matters go off here against Lavos 2. Xelpher is, of course, a little bit ahead since both arms are down there and a bit behind. Fitz just about to head toward the twin boss, and Batsy probably getting quite close to finishing up with the Chrono Magus fight here. And there's Xelpher moving on to Lavos 3. Lavos 3 is, of course, the final boss here. Need to take down the right bit, which has 20,000 HP. And we'll see. Xelpher getting the menu glitch here, of course, which everyone uses to heal up and those sorts of things before that fight. We'll see what strategy Xelpher goes for, whether he goes for the left bit, which usually is done with physical damage. That very powerful triple kick might be used for that. middle bit, which is susceptible to most things, or a combination of the two. You need to choose a strategy between those because the right bit doesn't drop its defense until one of the other two is down. So we are seeing those triple kicks going off on the left bit there, which isn't going down straight away from one. It's got 3,000 HP, but looks like that Robo Tackle will take it out right away, so we should be seeing the defense drop pretty soon. Batsy through Magus as well, making her way up to Kajar and into Zeal to make the way through Ocean Palace and get up to those bosses. And also now starting on levels 3, Xelpher's clearly very, very powerful here and not having really any trouble, so I suspect that this will go quite quickly. Looks like Fitz is doing about the same thing Xelpher did for the twin boss, using that Beast Toss to take it down pretty quickly, and we'll again see what N decides to use as a strategy for Lavos 3. And there's Fitz through the twin boss. So he'll now be making his way up to start on Lavos 1. Xelpher still taking out that middle bit there. The middle bit is the one that's sort of responsible for most of the most damaging attacks. We can see from the background here that it did the time warp back to the prehistory, which is a pretty big attack called Grand Stone. It can do a lot of physical damage in one big hit, so it's usually good to take out the middle bit, which is requisite for that. We're seeing N getting hit by the other end of the spectrum, which is the present day one, I believe, which hits you with a thing called Spell that does random status effects. Looks like it's not really causing problems for him, but did also use sort of a left bit strat. And there is Xelpher done. GG. All right, and we also have N finished here. Like we'll maybe try to get some folks in for some interviews here. Pull them in just a second. hello, Xelpher. GG.
Hello. And thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Yeah, what do you think of the seed?
I have to admit, in the very beginning, I was really worried that it just spawned some kind of copy of week 1 for us. I was really worried. I was like, oh man, did the bot somehow mess this up? I was like, I really don't know. But I was like, there's like a couple of changes that made me be like, alright, it can't be the exact same seed. And then as the seed progressed, I was like, alright, no, this is different. It just feels similar.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you were definitely the first one to figure out that go mode via Airstone, which seemed to be sort of the route forward, and obviously kept that lead the rest of the way. And I don't know if Anne will hop in with us, but made up some time on you on the end there. Fitz definitely gets to finish as well.
I am actually a little surprised that someone didn't finish before me, to be honest, because I did make a couple of mistakes and it took me a while to fumble around a bit. And when I saw the route, I was like, oh, this seems like a pretty standard route. I'm pretty sure somebody.
Yeah, I know, it makes sense. A lot of people did sort of spread out. It seemed like people were sort of not wanting to go to the future right away. There were a lot of different options available. So, interesting how it turns out, I guess.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to see what everybody else did. Did anybody go Denadoro?
Yes. So a couple people went Denadoro. It was the Chrono Trigger, but the clone is buried somewhere. We don't know. Looks like N is ready to jump in as well. So I will pull him down to join us.
Alrighty.
Hello, N. Welcome in. GG.
GG.
Hello.
Hello. What do you think of this? What did you think of the seed?
Well, I was pretty disappointed to find Jerky in Genodome.
Yes, that was not great. That prison dress was probably nice, and you didn't have to grind much, but other than that, I'm sure it's not your favorite.
Yeah, that was the only thing, is I thought maybe I was catching up through the other parts, going through Magus's castle, and didn't have to really grind, so I thought maybe I'm catching up, but the starting techs were a little bit not great. Had to grind some bosses the slow way, but ended up by the end doing a lot of damage with some prism specs on Ayla and a Robo's Ribbon. I did do bridge for the Robo's Ribbon, even though that wasn't...
Everyone ended up doing that one as well. Yeah, you did end up making up some time, definitely from the grind spot especially. You and Fitz were sort of more neck and neck, and then by the end you and Xelpher were more neck and neck, sort of the gain you got there. Fitz is on levels 3 now, just doing like a pretty similar strategy to what you two used, left foot kind of deal. You got a lot of physical damage in these parties, so that makes sense.
Yeah, the other thing I did at the shopping was, since I knew I had a Vigil hat and an amulet and a prism specs, I'm not going to waste time shopping. I'm only going to buy mega elixirs if they're there, and so I spent about 2 seconds in the news shop and noped out of there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good play. I bought all the elixirs in the world and did not use a single one. Whoops.
Well, I'm going to mute again and just watch this play out. Batsy's just finishing up with the elevator, and then we'll be heading toward Twin Boss, and Fitz is working on Marvel's 3.
Did anybody else do Cathedral? The full Cathedral?
I did Cathedral.
Yeah,
actually, Cathedral?
3 of the 4 of you did. Looks like I don't think Fitz did. But yeah, Batsy ended up getting it a little bit later, and you two did it earlier on.
That makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, I think with those...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think, with those starting texts, I think some folks were sort of feeling like, let's get that 4th character, and Fitz ended up swapping Luca in from the Burrow, but otherwise seemed to be the one who sort of stuck with the starting party a little more.
Yeah, I got to the end of the cathedral, saw Chrono, got upset, saw his text, got more upset, and I'm like, man, I bet you everybody else skipped this, and I'm stuck with Chrono that's not doing anything.
Yeah, I got a few good slashes out of Chrono, and that's about it.
Oh, he didn't
Got
even
some
make it to my
first,
party.
Yeah, so I got Magus in the future, and then went Team No Magic.
Oh, Team No Magic was definitely the way. I was really hoping to find Magus at the end of Cathedral. That's why I went there, but we got him later, so you know what? I'll take that.
Yeah, I was pretty jazzed about my Genodome. I had a really nice Genodome. Got Conveyor skipped the first time. And,
Kudos
I think
to you for going Genodome.
Magus's fourth tech, I think, was Dark Matter, so I mean, just wiped through there pretty quick.
Yeah. I was going to do Genodome after Aristome, but Aristome had the sword piece, and I was like, oh, I guess I didn't have to watch this. Never mind.
I got the gate key from Sun Palace, but I decided to do other checks that were available rather than go through the opening up prehistory and thought about Reptite, and I thought about, okay, Marl's on top of Dactyl Nest, and I can get a discount double check if I turn in the Moonstone and the Prism Shard at the same time. But it just seemed like that was a long ways away.
Did you do Sun Palace right as soon as you got the future?
No, I did it after Genodome, so that Nizbel 2 there wasn't too bad.
Okay, that makes a little more sense then, okay. I was gonna say, like, wow, you are a really strong, brave person if you went to Sun Palace that quickly, but after Genodome,
Just to update on our other two runs, Fitz is still working on Lavos 3, and Batsy is working on those twin slashes.
I was really kind of bummed that those were regular slashes and not super slashes. I was really waiting to bookie them and have fun.
Yeah, Beast Toss was doing, it did like 4,700, and I was really hoping that I could get enough Dark Matters in, even though they were only doing like 700, to only have to Beast Toss each of them once. But not quite.
Yeah, I Beast Toss 1, tried to figure out if Magus could contribute at all, and figured that he couldn't, so I just Beast Toss both twice on this day. Actually got a little lucky.
GG to Fitz, just finished up there with Lavos 3. And Batsy looks to have just finished with the Team Boss. We'll see if Fitz wants to come in and join us.
Woo! GG Fritz, and good luck, Batsy.
I did save Fritz.
I also saved Fritz because I had Chrono. Fritz will be happy to hear that we both saved him.
And I just have to assume that he saved Fritz because it's in his nature.
Right.
Yes,
I think
have 4 Fritz saves this run.
4 out of 4, impressive.
Wow, that's pretty good for Fritz actually. There's always somebody.
So I did jokingly consider changing Fitz's name in the stream to 4 free Fritzes, but decided not to.
Oh, you totally should have done that. That would have been awesome.
I'm not sure if Fitz is going to join us, but might in a little bit here. Batsy's getting started with Lavos 1 as we speak. welcome in, Fitz. GG. What do you think of the seed? Possibly having mic issues, but looks like Fitz is trying to join us at least.
GG, Free Fitz.
Fitz, I'm unsure if you're talking, but if so, and you can hear us, we are not hearing you. So, if you need to mess with things, obviously, do what you need to do. And Batsy is through Lavos 1, getting going on Lavos 2 here shortly, I'm sure.
Oh, I think I got him.
Oh,
Yes.
you got it.
Yes, welcome in, GG. What do you think of the seed?
It was interesting. I don't know, the starting party was kind of what I went with. I ditched myself eventually for Luca when I saw that they had the fire 2 that I was looking for to combo.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't unlock magic, if I'm remembering right. You must have just had to get that certain part.
Yeah, Frog wasn't really doing like a ton other than like healing, and I guess he cast water in the desert to kill some stuff, but yeah, with those 2 and the +4 power tabs and the +3 magic tabs, I felt pretty good that I could go, and some of the places I went didn't really work the way that I was looking for. I was hoping like Denadoro, which it did give. I think that was the clone, so it gave a piece of go mode, but I was kind of hoping the other sword piece was going to be there.
Yeah, you and Batsy both sort of gambled on Denadoro and got that. It was the Karma Trigger, but that direction, and unfortunately, that didn't pan out. I was sitting here rooting for like, oh hey, let's have some divergence, but everyone ended up going Magus Castle in the end.
Yeah, and I was like, alright, when I got the sword piece, I did have that conversation with myself, because I had found the gate key, so it was like, do I want to do like Reptite and hope that I get the clone, because that's a relatively fast dungeon, but the math wasn't super mathing, so it was like, well, yeah, if I get lucky, then I'll probably save time, but there were so many other options of like what it could have been, that I felt like my luck was going to be more of like jerky or something like that, so I was kind of, when I got the go mode, I was just like, I guess I'll take it. And then, man, Ozzy gave me some trouble in the pitfall room. I was just like, I fell a couple times. I was just like, dang it.
Yeah, well, Reptitler wasn't jerky because friend M unfortunately found it at the back of Dino Dome, but I don't actually know where other things were. Your 5th person in your division who finished the seed before this suggested that Omen was very hard to find, and I don't think we saw anything except the of Tyranno, so it seems like this was probably pretty much a Magus Castle seed, but it's interesting to see. We've got 2 more people who will run this at some point, and maybe we'll see more of the seed from them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, because I also like even peeked the character in the future, because I was like, well, if Marl is here, then like I could do Prism Shard and Moonstone turn in, and like maybe one of those would be like a different go mode, but that didn't happen either. So it's just like, yeah, kind of had to go the way I wanted to go. Felt pretty good about the run overall. I did forget to turn my battle speed back down to 3 for the Lavos fight, so I was like, oh man, this is going way faster than I'm used to, and that was kind of scary. Because I had a pretty high speed party, but I'm just still not used to the higher battle speed, so it was just like, okay, I need to be careful because my margin of error is much smaller now. I'll probably turn it down in the future, but yeah, I think that using those magic tabs on Ayla rewarded me in the end because my fire whirls were very powerful.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
if only I had picked the right places, sooner. But overall, I feel
That's the way.
pretty good, and I don't know, it's just fun racing with some of the division at the same time too. So,
speaking of which, Batsy has just started on that Lavos 3 fight and looks to be doing pretty similar things to what we've been seeing from others. Put some damage on left bit, is now doing middle bit, so probably doing some multi-bit strats, as we often see from him. And yeah, should be seeing our 4th finish here pretty soon.
Yeah, I know my Lavos 3 fight got a lot. I was on the edge of being in trouble. It got hairy. I was like, of course I get prehistory for like the first time warp when I've already taken down the left bit, and I was like, well. And then I was trying to protect Luca, and I put barrier instead of shield, or I wanted the yellow aura, and I got the green. And it was like, well, you're not gonna survive the Grand Stone, but luckily I was able to recover and get back in the fight. It's kicking hard. I will also say, like, I did fight the new. That was like an interesting little. I don't know if everyone did. They dropped a ruby armor for me, which is pretty nice to have.
I don't think
like
I saw
10 or 15 minutes in.
I wasn't paying super close attention because I'm holding too many hats.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds wonderful. I'm just gonna say, I don't know what that's like, but that sounds wonderful.
As predicted, we're seeing some multi-bit strats going on here. Batsy, who I think might be throwing some Uzi Punch on that left bit to take it down again, to keep the defense down. Might need one more hit, to slightly under 1500, but soon. And I think that's going to be the plan.
Did everyone on stream end up doing the bridge for the ribbon, or did some decide that was not worth the time?
Everyone ended up doing that one. Yeah, I mean, everyone had ultimately pretty similar routes. It was really a matter of, there was a Dino Dome that ended, there was Desert that a couple people did, everyone but Xelpher I think did, and Denadoro that you and Batsy did. Other than that, pretty much all the same things, just in slightly different orders. A couple people went to back of Cath, a couple people picked up Magus or Luca, but fairly similar.
Who was in was it Chrono in the back of the cathedral?
Back of Cath. Yeah, Magus in the future, Luke in the Burrow, obviously, and Marl in the past, not that anyone...
was in prehistory, yeah, that would have been... That was my sneaky play. Was like, ooh, I bet there's a piece of go mode behind the Marl checks, but it would have been very weird play to be like, oh, I've got the sword, let me go do a character check and hope that it's like a 50-50 that she's in the place I go look first, and then also hope that it's actually behind one of those two.
All right, it looks like Betsy's finished. I think that it came up as a DNF in the channel, but I will mark it properly here as the actual finish time here. And I will maybe just mute all of the streams and see if Betsy is interested in joining us here. In a second here. Sorry, having trouble with the audio management here. All right, yeah, so we've got that set up. I will see if Betsy is interested in joining us. GG everyone, of course, and yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I think I'm gonna get going here myself. Appreciate me and putting out in the stream and everyone else for saying yeah when I was like, want to try to race it together. And look forward to doing it more in the future.
Thank you for suggesting it. It was appreciated.
Yeah, definitely nice to be able to see everyone. Betsy's possibly taking a bio break or something, but can bring her into chat if she's interested in a minute here. So yeah, GG's everyone. These are all fantastic times, and it's fun to see the top tier runners doing their thing. Well, we're waiting here to see if Betsy would like to come chat with us. We can do our usual promotional things. If anyone listening or watching this at any point in time, whether live or later, would like to get involved in the community, we've got Discord, we've got a web generator, a lot of other things. I'll drop a link in the chat, but the website that's the center of everything is ctjot.com. That'll have a link to the Discord and is our non-beta seed generator. Most people use the beta generator instead. If you're listening to this now or anytime before January 20th, I believe, of 2024, you're still able to join this league if you would like to. We've got a couple of extra slots available in our second tier, which is Wonder. This was the top tier Rainbow. Late signups are welcomed, and we do drop your 2 lowest placings. So even though you've missed a week at this point, you could still sweep the rest of the races if you wanted to, and we'd love to have you. And even if you're new, it's a welcoming community, and we've had some good times with this league. So hopefully you all will join us if you're interested, or keep watching if not. Hopefully we'll have some more restreams of this going forward. So all right, and I've gotten confirmation from Betsy that she is tired and is not wanting to come in today. So thank you everyone for coming, and we'll see you whenever next time is.